Good evening. Yes, welcome to another video on us building a web scraper for a product comparison, price comparison tool, right? So we want to compare the price of your products. So this is why we're doing that. Okay, where we left off last was with the get woolworths URL scraper, function. Okay, so I should remove that. Yeah, what happened? We implemented this in this big function over here. Where is it? Yes. Right. So we're able to get for our Woolworths store. Now we are going to use this and create a get checkers URLs function, right? So we're going to do something like that. We're going to build that. So before we start building that, let's just go to checkers. I'm already on checkers. So essentially we're going to follow the whole process. I am on, I guess, in all departments, right? However, when we are running our scripts, we will be using, where is it? We'll be using this, right? We'll be using these categories, right? Fresh food, frozen food, bakery, and drinks, right? Let me see if I can even get this. It's fresh food. Okay, that's fresh food, right? Cool. And yeah, I clicked on it. So okay, my internet is kind of slow, but looks like we good to go. Great. So let's get back to where we're going. All right. So just like before, we want all the links on this page, right? Just bear with me with my internet, but I'll just continue to speak. We want all the links on this page, right? So just like before, we inspect our web page, and then we look for where the link is. And if you hover carefully, you will see where the link starts, right? So we have a link here, everything is wrapped, I guess, from this there, right? From this item product, okay? And then we can start to hover down in there, and then we see that our link for the product is right there, okay? So that's the link of our product. And if I look for it, there's no specific class. Okay, there's a product listing class, right? If we go forward, it's here, this item product, right? And then we could go there, see there, right? We could go there and say item product content, right? And then we can now look, what did I just do? Let me do that again. Item product content. Then we can, that's a figure, we can look for the first child, and I clicked it again, but I think I can just find it. Okay, maybe I shouldn't click it, right? So this is, we isolate this figure as what we want, right? We look for all the elements on the page that have this specific class theme, right? And then we look for the first child, and then we look for the first child's first child to get the href or the anchor tag, right? And then we can now get the href attribute from that, okay? So that's the process we'll be following. And then when we want to go on the next page, you can see over here, I think there's one at the top as well, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, okay, let me see. There it is, all right? You just have to, let me just maximize this. You just have to do that. Let's see if it will stay or okay, great. There's one at the top and there's one at the bottom. They're both the same names. I'm confident in telling you this because I've checked. And cool. So now we want to look for this element, right? And where can I get that? We get this there, and there, and that's the one I want. The pagination next, right? So when I want to get to the next page, I'll look for this element here and then click on that. And then if you look here, we have, unlike the Woolworths, checkers have differentiated from the pagination next to the previous, right? Where is it? The pagination prev. And then we can now see that this one, however, they've added another class, right, to it. I guess this is like a function. When I say functionality, probably using JavaScript to inject this class if there's like, this is the first page, right? And then if you get to the last page, you probably have another function to inject disabled for this one, right? So we're going to use this. So what's going to happen is we're going to cycle through the pages, and then when we just bear with my internet. When we get to the last page, we're going to, or actually for every page, we're going to check if the next has been disabled, right? We're going to check if that next button has been disabled. And if it's not disabled, then we know we can click. However, if it is disabled, then we know we've reached the last page, right? And let's just leave the internet for now, this web page for now. And then just like before, I created this process that we're going to follow. Simply, this is the get checkers product data. We're going to set the next page button, right? Then I'm going to check if it's displayed. If it's not displayed, then just exit the function and return a none, right? Something went wrong there. I think we can also have a log something here as well. And then if, however, the next page button is displayed, we can create an empty link, right? However, the reason why I have this if page rank, when you land on the page, you should land on the first page. So the next page button will always display. But let me not say always, things can always happen. Yeah, always again. So we create an empty link to store product links, and then while true, we enter a while true loop. So there's no, it's always going to be while true. So it's going to be a yes, right? It's always true. Attempt to find all the product links on the page, and if we're successful, and okay, so this should be a no. This is a no, and this is a yes, right? So if we're successful, so this is a question, right? This is a conditional condition, right? Are we successful? No, log the error and exit the loop, right? We break that while loop. And then if we are successful, then we're going to attempt to extract the href attribute from all the links. Essentially, we're simply following the process for the woolworths, right? And if it's successful, yes, then we're going to find the disabled, attempt to find the disabled page next button, like I mentioned before. And if we are successful, or if we're not successful, okay, my instance is acting up, log the error and exit. However, if we do, so this one, when I say attempt, I have a try and accept. So if there's no exception, right? So this one, that's what I mean by successful, or I should write no errors, right? So this no means there was an error, so we're gonna log that error. However, if this means there was no error here, right? So let's execute it successfully. Now check if this button that we found here is not a none, right? And if it's a none, right, that means this is check if it's not a none, and yes, it's not a none. No, it's this. So this means no. Let me just change that. This is one of the funny things about this program, but yeah. So no and yes, right? Okay. So if it is a none, there's no more pages. Okay. No. If it is a none, right? This means that if it is a none, this means that it's not disabled, right? So that we still have more pages to go, right? So this should be yes. Oh, am I getting confused here with the negation? And this is a no, right? So it is a none. Check if it is not a none. Anyway, I'll come back to this. Okay, and then so if it is a none, log no more pages and then exit the loop. Let me just to make this more clear, log no more pages and exit the loop, right? And this is the intended functionality. So I thought I made it green, and this should be red because it's an error, and this is a function, right? And the function is somewhere here. We can go here, and this is the process that we follow for going to the next page in checkers, right? So let's start coding. Okay, so let's start building this function quickly. You're going to say define, click, next page button, and this is going to be for checkers. It's going to take in a driver, right? And then what happens is, and yeah, it's interesting. Maybe I should just put pause here so I don't get worried. All right, so what's going to happen is clicks on the next page on all right. Doesn't return anything. Yeah, this is just a click. It doesn't return anything. And then let me just put, and however, it takes in a param. How am I even doing params? Param, and it's driver. This is an instance of a Chrome web from object or class. We'll see. All right. So from there, now I'm going to say find the next page button. And to do that, I'm going to use a CSS selector. I'm going to use a combination of a CSS selector and XPath, right? So like I said before, I want this. Click on it. And yeah, I want that. Okay. And I want to go here, right? And I want this. I want to click on this. I want to go to this URL. Okay. And to do that, I'm just going to click on that. Okay. So that's what I want. Okay. And how am I going to do that? Okay. So I'm going to define the next page button checkers, right? So we're going to say, we're going to get our driver to find elements. We're going to say by class name, right? That's elements by class name, and the class name that we want is page nation next. Okay. And then I want to get the first element of that. Okay. And then from there, I want to find elements, okay, that it finds. Because remember, I can find two. There's two on the page. Okay. Just on the first one. There's one at the top and there's one at the bottom. And then from there, I want to find elements. The child, I'm going to use by X path. And then I'm just going to say, like, use the X path for like the roots, everything there. And I just want, I guess this is just saying all elements, right? In this, from this, how do I put it now? Tree. Okay. And I want the first one, which is that. So that's just saying, so if I just want all the elements from here, right? Okay. And then what happens is I'm going to put a wait just in case, right? Like a pop-up comes in, and I'm going to say driver, wait for 5 seconds. Okay. And then next page button checkers. I'm going to use the wait until, right, it is visible. So sometimes this might not be visible to click. So, and then we'll get an error, and then we'll say ec dot visibility of next page button checkers. And I see that I have to import that. Will it know where to import that from? Let's see. Quick fix, import. Nope, it's not. So let me just import it on the top here. Excuse me. And then I'm going to go up here. From WebDriver, I'm going to say from, what did I do? From Selenium .webdriver support .ui import web, yes. And then I also want the EC, there's expected conditions, right? Selenium .webdriver support. Actually, you don't have to be at the bottom here. You could be right there. WebDriver dot what do you call it? Support. Right, import expected conditions as EC, right? However, I'm looking at this WebDriver, these come before S. So let's put that there, okay? Like that. WebDriver CSS, cool. Kind of cool, like that, right? So where are we? So we're here, okay? And we should be fine, okay? So now where do I say click? So now wait until it finds that, and then click on the next But so it'll just continue. Program the driver will stop until it's founded, until it's visible, and then if not, to throw an error or something. Next page, button checkers dot click, right? Great. So that's all we do. Returns are none. Coolio, coolio. All right. Now, no, this time let's do the get checkers. All right. So we've done the woolworths, and like I said before, in all these areas that I have an exception, I'm going to make it more easier for us to see, or easier for us to see our code from Selenium's output, logging output. So let's say get checkers URLs and driver, right? Text on the driver. Okay. And then this one, just like before, this returns a list of product URLs in a food category, right? And then param is driver, and I said web. Let's say web driver, right? And that's how you spell that. Okay. Cool. What did I put before? Let's just put this. This is an instance to yeah. Just go to the bottom there. Nope. Where would you get checkers URL? And great. And then like before, it returns just like the Woolworths one. It will return product link list, which is lists, right? Returns a list of product links, right? Cool. Okay. Now let's start, and I think I can put this here. Let me save that. I don't lose any changes. My internet is terrible right now, but bear with me. Bear with me. Okay, cool. And then let's hide all of these. Great. Okay. So, and let me just see if I can zoom in there. I was watching a video the other day, and it's kind of hard to follow along because couldn't see what the guy was doing. Cool. So hopefully you can see now better. Set almost 10 videos in, but hey, always improving. Trying to improve. Set the next page button, okay? And then we're going to use next page to have it. Oh, should have it next page button checkers is equals to driver dot find. I have this somewhere else. Okay, it's not saving, but I think I have this on top here so that I don't end up writing the same thing twice. And then we can go to the bottom. Okay, great. Now, we are going to check if displayed. Hope it's implying that it's the next button that I just defined just above, right? All right. Next, yes. Dot is displayed, and okay, just kill the script for a bit. And then you say time dot sleep for 2 seconds. I'm going to say create list to store product links, and then you say product links list, should links or list, right? Then we're going to loop through all the pages in this category. Let's say while true, and then you're going to say try, and we're going to say get all the elements that are products using the CSS class. Hello, I'm going to say products, goes to driver dot find elements, and I'm going to say by dot Yes. Then it's going to be item product image. Right? That is what I said. Not content. What did I say? Yeah. Item product image. Yes. There. It's very confused. Okay, sorry. I did say item product content, but let's go for this one instead. Okay. Okay. Item product content. Okay. And item product image. Okay. That's fine. And then from there, I'm going to get the anchor tags. I'm going to say product anchors is equals to, and I think I've used a list comprehension here before in one of these videos. I hope so, but we're about to do that, right? So remember, this is a list of products, right? Because we have so many products on each page. So to return quite a lot of web elements, right? A list of web elements. So now I'm going to say products in products. No, product in products, right? So it's essentially for product in products, do something. And what I want to do is going to come before it, right? So remember in our lists, in our for loops, when we used to do for loops, we would say for this value in this iterable or sequence, whichever, do something, right? So now we can do that in just one line and wrap that all in a list. Okay, product, right? I'm going to say product, which is this thing, right? Product, and I want to say find elements by, I just want the first thing there, by X path, right? And then I'm just going to say, right, I'm going to use the root, and I just want the first item that you find. Okay, why is that not picking? I should pick for products and product. That should be fine. Product is not defined. That's interesting. Cool. Product anchors. Okay, you will figure it out. You take it. There you go. You'll figure it out. And then I'll say print on F string, right? So what I'm going to do is, like before, let us know how many products we've collected, right? So I'm going to say print, we want the length of product anchors, right? And then product, that has to be inside there. Let's say product URLs collected, so that's a number. Okay, and then I think that will sort itself out once I put in the except, and then I say except, exception. I should use a better exception, should try and catch like specific, but now I am not doing that. Except, no, this should be here. This should be there. Except exception. Something is wrong, and that's that there. Okay, except exception. Great. I'm spelling something. Products, right? That's that. And then that is that. Find elements. Something is wrong. By class name, and that's the correct class name. Cool. That I want. And no, no, you will figure it out. You'll figure it out. Okay. And I'll say print an unexpected error occurred while attempting to find the product anchors on the page. I'm just gonna put that error, and then we're gonna break. Okay. Sweet. Sweet, 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 sweet. Okay. Okay. Like I said, I was gonna let's try and make it better or easier for us to see. So we're gonna do this, and then I'm gonna say 25, right? So you'll see this when I'm running, that we'll be able to see things clearly. Okay, so we break that, okay? And then from there, we move on to, so to our, okay, we've done that all through, we've done that, okay, log the error and exit. And then from doing that, we're now going to do another try and accept. Okay, so now I'm going to use an actual for loop. I'm going to say iterate through each anchor, right? I'm going to say for product anchor in product anchors, right? Oh, this is tripping me out. Okay, so product dot I this is well. Okay, then I want to try and product link is equals to product dot anchor dot get attributes pictures. Okay, and then I'm going to append to the link to the list, right? So product link list dot append, we say products. And this is essentially what I'm doing here, but in 1, 2, 3, more lines, right? And then I'm going to say accepts exception and exception as error. I'm going to show you before that. I'm going to say friends. Let's say that, and maybe for an unexpected error occurred on attempting to what? To retrieve retrieve product href, right? And it's fine. Do that again. And then if that's that, it's okay, we've done that. Now we're gonna have another attempt. Okay, so now we're trying to find the next page button, right? So we are. So we're going to do another try. And this has to be outside of our for loop, right? So we're going to say try. We're going to run them. Oh, it's interesting. So for every single item in our list, we're going to try and accept on that. All right. Okay, no problem. Find the next page disabled element. Right? So just like for next page button checkers, nope, this time it's going to be disabled. Right, I'm going to say driver, don't find elements. I'm going to say by.css. Yes, I'm going to say pagination next. So that is a combination of classes. And how do I show you what I mean by that? The dots, right? Okay, so before we using class name, just find one. But now I want to find all or this combination. So I'm going to use a CSS selector, and then I am going to get where is it now? Maybe I could just show you. Okay, where is it? Disabled. We're on the first page, I think. Since it's previous, we're not on the first page. And let me see if I can go to the first page. Okay. Go to page 2. Page 2. So what will happen is once we get to page 1, then we should see the disabled, right? So this is not disabled. And then I don't want the body. I just want that when it loads, and you see that disabled. So I want to select everything there, right? But I'm not selecting this one. I'm selecting, since we're going to the next page, I'm selecting the other one, right? The one that says when this is not disabled. Okay, now that that is clear, let's continue. Exception, accept, exception as error, right? Think in, then we just fix that. Thinking soon we'll move from just exception to like actual specific exceptions and raising errors. Error occur one trying to change pages, and then we'll put in error, and that's not how you spell error, and then you break, and then and print that. Great. Okay, that is not going to show because we broke out of that, so I think this should be here. Okay, and however, if there's no error and this successfully ran, it's not a none. It successfully ran means there was no error, and this should be 2 R's, right? Not now I want to check else. I want to check if it's like next page button disabled, right? So if it's true, right? If it has value, byte value, then we can say no more pages, and then bum, and bum, and then what do we do? No more pages, bro. So we just break again. Else we go to the next page, and we put in our driver, and that's all we do. And at the end of all of that, dun, 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 end of all of that, we return our product linked list. All right. Now, thinking about this product linked list, okay, this is still not being used. Why? This is interesting. What? Okay. I don't know when that's happening, but thing is there, so it should pick that up. But cool, we will test it out. So what we can do is uncomment this. Okay. Yeah. Now, all right, I just wanted to show you that, show you the previous ones that we ran. We ran the checkers, and I want from the, what is this, 24th, 25th? Great. So we got the URLs, but we don't have data. Great. So we have this, this. All of this ran. This one ran 190. Four. Okay. That ran. Okay. That's fine. Everything looks fine here, except for the pantry. But we can always get that again. Pantry and ready meals. But then these ones, okay, pantry is 800. Okay, pantry we'll do later. Alrighty. However, I want to test out just the I want to test out checkers alone, right? So now I need to create something to ensure that I can just isolate checkers. Now, how do I do that? That would be interesting. Hmm. All right, I think I know how to do that. So this is my get product URLs, and then I want to see what other functions I have in here. In here. That's only it. Okay. Cool. What would then happen is I would have to run the whole thing. Okay, so quickly, let me just, all right, so now I know why the error is there. So it's going to be 4 products. Okay, so that's what's supposed to happen. Okay, 4 product and products. Okay, and then now we can go to main, and then I want to see the information dictionary. Okay, I'm going to clear that. I'll run that. Great, 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 great. Now I want to see something. I want to see something. Okay, I'm just tinkering here. To see what will happen. Great. Keys. I have the keys. I don't want to run woolworths now. I want to run checkers. So I want to see if I can update this variable. Right. I want to see if I can update this variable. And to do that, I'm just going to write field. Okay. I wonder if this is going to work. Okay. What I want to do is I just want this to be checkers. Right. So this is the information dict. I'm going to say, actually, I'm saying Dell, and then I'm going to say woolworths. Now, after doing the deletion, right, keyword, I want to see if that updates or if that's just in memory. And use print statements. Okay, and then let's see what happens. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Okay. I just want to see if that it doesn't delete the whole thing. Great. So we have a solution. We have a solution. All right. So now I can run just checkers. So what it's doing, taking away this key. So whenever it's just gonna go straight to checkers, hopefully. So we can just say Python main.py and run. Exists. And let's see. Oh, what happened now? All right, select scrape category URL store, URL scraper, command get URL, put delta utils. Get category URL. Let's check our store information dict. Get category URL. So it's saying there's something wrong on URL scraper. Selenium scrape, line 237. Where is that? No, that's not that. Selenium scrape, line 237. Get category URL. And why is that an issue? Is that an issue? Okay. Yeah. Category and category URL. Let me guess, because when I run this, didn't update it. So that's not working. I'm sure there's a way to figure that out, but let me just ensure that the code is still working. And yes, it is. So it's going to run everything now. It seems to be taking quite a while.